Greetings to everyone. Today, we will learn about variables in JavaScript. Variables in JavaScript. In JavaScript, variables are like containers that hold information. They allow us to store and manipulate data in our programs. Imagine you have a cup of coffee. This cup can only hold one serving of coffee at a time, just like a variable in programming can only hold one value at a time. In programming, we use variables to store specific information. So, if we have a variable called coffee_cup, it can hold different values like cappuccino. Just like you can only fill your cup with one serving of coffee, you can only assign one value to your variable at a time. Variables are like containers to store data, such as integers, strings, or booleans. Once declared, you can change the value of the variable as needed throughout the program. This concept mirrors how computers store variables, where a variable can contain various types of data depending on the requirements of the program. For example, var age equals 25, here age is a variable storing the value 25. We can declare variables using keywords like var, let, or const. Here's a simple breakdown. Var, the older way of declaring variables. It's not commonly used nowadays. Let, a preferred way for declaring variables that can change their value. Const, preferred for declaring constants, which are values that won't change. Variables can store different types of data, like numbers and strings, or even more complex data structures like arrays and objects. Variables are like labeled boxes. We can put different things inside these boxes and change them whenever we want. When you create a variable in your code, your computer allocates memory to store its data. This memory allocation reserves a space in the computer's memory for the variable. The size of the allocated memory depends on the type of data the variable will hold. Once the variable is no longer needed, the allocated memory is deallocated to free up space for other tasks. In this JavaScript code defines two numbers, a and b, adds them together, stores the result in a variable c, and then displays a message along with the sum of a and b. Memory allocation variable is like having a special spot in the computer's memory reserved just for the number 625. Variable b is akin to another designated memory space for the number 750, much like allocating another drawer in the cabinet to store a different item. Variable c is a separate area in the computer's memory for the sum of the numbers in a and b, say 1375, just like setting aside a new drawer in the cabinet to hold the combined result. Now we can save it and open. Data types. A data type tells the computer what type of data you're working with and what operations can be performed on that data. Some examples are numbers, used for representing numeric values like 5, 10.5, etc. Strings, used for representing textual data like cybersquare. Booleans, represents true or false values, indicating logical conditions. Arrays, used for storing collections of data, like lists of items. Here, var age equals 25, this line creates a variable called age and assigns it the numerical value 25. Var name equals John, here, a variable named name is defined and set to the string John. Var isStudent equals false, this line declares a variable isStudent and initializes it with the Boolean value false. Thank you.